Vanakkam. Listen to the story of mischievous Gokul. Story written by Swami Vimurtananda. It was heavy traffic as usual. NH 45. Many cars rushing to overtake each other, and in the midst there was this car which was traveling at 70 kilometers per speed. Gokul started nagging his mother. Mom, you're driving like a bullock cart. Drive it at 100 kilometers per speed, na. Although Selvi had that idea, but she was scared. That was the first time that she was driving to Sri Sharada Ashram at Ulundurpet. Of course, she had visited it many times before, but first time driving alone, taking her car on this highway. Certainly, she wanted to drive it very, very safely. See how many cars are overtaking us, Amma, said Gokul restlessly as he helplessly looked back and forth. Looking at every vehicle passing by, the 15-year-old Gokul frowned. This one is going at 100 kilometers, that one is going at 120 kilometers per hour. Ma! Prompted by his comment, Selvi attempted to get at 80 kilometers, 10 kilometers, kilometers per hour speed, when she suddenly saw a lorry that just came just very near to the car, and from the side appeared in the front. It just overtook her, and helplessly Selvi had to start following that lorry. And on that lorry there were lots of cows and bulls closely tied. Maa, maa. The pathetic look of those animals was disgusting. She tried to overtake the lorry, and as she horned, "Peh, peh," the lorry driver noticed her through the rear view mirror. Haunted by the pride that he was about to be overtaken, and that too by a woman, he refused passage. There was no other way except going behind the lorry which was carrying these helpless animals. Gokul's attention was drawn towards these cattle. It was a very, very hot day in the peak of that summer. It was very much a pity scene that those cattle had to travel standing as they were all tied together and unable to bear the heat. Some were even getting the froth coming out of their mouth. Some were seemingly becoming semi-unconscious with their mouth wide open, thirsting for water. Some of them displayed their agony through tears flowing from their eyes. Mom, why do they torture them like this? And where are they taking them? Asked Gokul. Selvi was equally disturbed. How to make him understand that they were on their way to the slaughterhouse? In a playful mode, the lorry driver again swerved the vehicle to extreme right to prevent her from overtaking. In spite of her horning again and again, the exhaust fumes from the lorry also added to her irritation. You brainless, she shouted angrily. Gokul, sitting in the front, was watching the cattle. Gokul felt sympathetic and asked, Look, Mom, the bull is looking at me. Oh, poor one. I think it feels thirsty. Can we give them some water? We have a 10-liter water container, right? Selvi did not say anything, and she just continued to drive and horn. The nagging Gokul continued. See, Mom, that rope? That is tied on that hopeless, helpless, hornless bull. And just see, it is stuck around its nose. Won't it be painful for them? The rear of the lorry displayed the typical words, horn, okay please, which confused both of them, thinking simultaneously in different contexts. Look, Mom, That black one. That black one is looking at me and I think it's asking something. She horned again, and the lorry swerved again. How terrible! Can anyone be so brutal like this? Thought Selvi, disturbed. Mom, in this heat, not even a shade for this cattle, Mom. We cannot even stand for a few minutes. Just imagine these poor cattle, Mom. Come on, quickly overtake and stop before the lorry. We will catch them and hand them over to the police. Gokul, unable to control his anger, told this to Mom. And his mother tried to pacify him. Gokul, you will feel bad if I say this, but it is their fate, Ma. Selvi hesitatingly told him. People eat these bulls. What? But why? When so much is available for people to eat, why should they kill these poor creatures? Asked Gokul in frustration. The angry Selvi horned once again as she tried to overtake the lorry. She told Gokul, these animals became prey to the greed of human food habits. Not satisfied with vegetables, man started eating legless fish, then the two-legged chicken. Prior to that, the eggs. And now not satisfied with the two-legged ones, they looked for four-legged animals. Now to appease their gruesome hunger, these bulls are getting killed. After listening, Gokul was shocked and became silent for a while and then said, Ma, don't horn. Don't horn at all. We will go behind them. It looks as if these cattle are talking to me. Selvi appreciated her son's maturity to understand the merciless nature of human beings and accept the reality. Gokul, if you're hungry, take the fruits from the basket, Ma. Use the knife carefully, huh? No, Mom, I don't want. You just now said, I will not become one like those greedy eaters. Selvi expressed her happiness by caressing his head with her left hand as she drove along. The car stopped at the traffic signal. Gokul hurriedly took some fruits from the basket, lowered the glasses and threw them towards the lorry. And for the sake of feeding the cattle. But they fell on the back of one of the bulls. Not a single one could get them. Don't do like that, Selvi stopped him. Other drivers were looking at Gokul's action as a childish prank and entertained themselves. Car started moving. Having counted the cattle, Gokul started worrying. See, Mom, they have tied up to 25 bulls in this small place. If he applies the brake now, that too suddenly, they will all be falling down on the road. She could not console him any further. Gokul, pray that at least in next Janma, they should get a better birth. With humbleness, touched the small photos of Ramakrishna and Sri Sharada Devi pasted on the dashboard. Normally, this fellow would hesitate to pray even when told. But now, he's doing it himself, thought the amazed Mother Selvi. With the inquisitiveness of his age, Gokul retorted to his mother. Why next birth, Mom? Can't we do something to them right now? The lorry was rushing with a loud noise as it turned to the right side. And while turning, the horn of a bigger bull pressed against the body of a smaller one. Ma! Ma! And it cried it agony. That part became red. The driver is rough, said Gokul angrily. He kept narrating as if he understood the agony of every bull. Selvi was awestruck. So much mercy within him. Is it because he is named Gokul, the Krishna, and that he is all merciful to these bulls? The lorry now whistled into a side lane deviating from the main road. The bus drivers coming from the opposite side started abusing the lorry driver for his rash driving as they drove past. Selvi followed the lorry from a safe distance at about 20 feet away. Somewhere her intuition kind of indicating her that something terrible was going to happen. And just as her intuition had told her, down! Suddenly, there was a big bang sound. Driver applied the brake all on a sudden. The lorry slid straight into a pit and came to a halt after hitting a huge tree. Wah, 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 wah. The bulls got panicky and cried in extreme fear and pain. They were all tied together. It was tough for them to even jump across. Selvi now drove past the lorry and stopped. She quickly ran down with the water bottle in her hand. And she found that the cleaner of the lorry was also drunk. Both of them drunk? She thought. But still, she went ahead and she sprinkled water on the driver's face. Madam, I told him umpteen number of times not to drink while driving. This fellow not only drank but also made me drink and now has hit against the tree, said the cleaner, abusing the driver. Then he added, thanks, madam. Please, you carry on. There was no danger to their lives, not even any bruises. And the lorry too escaped from any major damage. Sensing that there was nothing more for her to do, Selvi moved on. As she reached the car, she became restless when she realized Gokul was not in the car. She began to look around. Gokul. And then she saw Gokul was standing nearby with a gracious look. He was smiling. Gokul winked his eyes, carefully folded the knife in his hand, and pointed his finger to a sticker on the rear side of the car, which had Swami Vivekananda's golden words. Be brave, you can achieve anything. Be brave, you can achieve anything. Selvi thought that Gokul had eaten the fruits and asked him to get back to the car at once. As they passed by the lorry, Gokul lowered the window glass, waved his hands to the driver, and said with a mischievous smile, Bye, driver uncle. The driver gave him a blank look and subsequently recovered from the drunkenness. As he began to drive the lorry, he was a bit surprised because that vehicle was now moving so smoothly. Sensing something is amiss, he became restless and called, Hey Gopo, what is this? The lorry is effortlessly climbing up. And he then looked behind and was utterly shocked. The cattle were running away to save their lives here and there on the ground. Gokul brought this sense to his mother's attention and smiled. Selvi looked at Gokul with pride. The story of the mischievous brave Gokul who helped the bulls to escape to save their lives. Thank you for listening to the story.